Hello everyone, have you watched what's happening with the BRICS nations? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. These five major emerging economies are working on BRICS Pay. Suppose you haven't heard of it yet. In that case, BRICS Pay is designed to make moving money across borders simpler, cheaper, and more accessible to millions of people, especially in places where bank services are not always easy to find. Why is this important? Most people depend on banks, establish payment systems, and charge fees, limit services hours, or require complicated steps just to send money to someone in another country. BRICS Pay is different. It aims to break down barriers, reduce the dependence on the US dollar, and give emerging economies more power over their financial futures. It's a bold move, one that could reshape the entire economic landscape in ways we might not even fully see yet. Today, let's dive deeper into what BRICS Pay is all about. We'll talk about its vision for the future, the high tech tools it relies on, and potential geopolitical effects, and many challenges it must overcome to succeed. By the end, you'll have a clearer picture of how BRICS Pay might transform international finance and what that means for all of us. The vision of BRICS Pay, it's a core. BRICS Pay aims to create more inclusive financial system that serves people often overlooked or left out of traditional banking. People struggle to open bank accounts in many countries, especially those developing their economic sectors. They might live far from the bank branches, or they might not have the proper documents needed to qualify for standard financial services. Some might be unaware of the benefits of having a bank account because they've never had the access to that correct information. Now, BRICS Pay hopes to change by letting users open digital wallets on their smartphone with fewer hassle. Imagine living in a remote area where nearest bank is hours away, but you have a basic smartphone. BRICS Pay could let you store your money securely on your phone, send or receive payments instantly, and even pay for goods online. This would be a huge leap forward because financial inclusion can boost economic growth, reduce poverty, and bring more people into the modern marketplace. Another primary goal for BRICS Pay is to reduce the cost and complexities of cross-border transactions. Today, if you want to send money to Brazil, South Africa, your payment might bounce through several financial institutions, each charging its own fee. The cost can add up quickly, especially for small businesses or individuals who simply want to send money home to their families. BRICS Pay wants to eliminate many of these middle steps, possibly directly linking currencies with the BRICS framework. This could mean fewer conversion fees and faster transaction times. By uniting Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, the BRICS Pay system envisions a future where these countries can trade more freely and less dependence on the US dollar. Right now, even if two countries want to trade their currencies, they often have to convert their US dollars first, which adds extra fees and steps. BRICS Pay might allow them to convert directly from Brazilian reals to South Africa rand, speeding up the process and saving money in the long run. If everything goes according to plan, BRICS Pay could help millions of people engage in e-commerce and receive international payments and even gain access to credit. That's a big deal because economic activity grows through people have easy way to buy, sell, and invest. And when more people participate, society becomes more balanced with a better chance to rise out of poverty. The technology innovations, BRICS Pay isn't just about connecting different national currencies. It's also about using cutting-edge technology to make transactions faster, more secure, and more transparent. One key piece of technology is the blockchain. You might have heard of the blockchain in context of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. but it can also be used for many other things. Blockchain works like a shared digital ledger, distributed across the computer network. Every transaction is recorded, blocks linked together in a chain. Once the transaction is logged, it's tough to change them or remove it, making the system resilient for fraud. With BRICS Pay blockchain could help ensure every cross-border transaction is secure, easily traceable, and most that's a significant improvement over traditional systems, which can be slow and prone to errors. Another interesting point is that BRICS Pay might run 24/7. Traditional banks often stick to business hours on weekends, and it's expected to wait until Monday if you need to send money on the weekend. With BRICS Pay, your ability to transfer funds wouldn't be tied to the bank's operating hours. This can be crucial for businesses operating in different time zones or emergencies when money need to be transferred quickly. Plus, integrating advanced technology could dramatically reduce the cost of sending money. When you cut out the middlemen, there are fewer fees to pay. Businesses, especially smaller ones, can benefit from it by reducing overhead costs for international transactions. In turn, they can pass these savings on to the consumer or use them to expand their operations. Geopolitical implications. It's no secret that the US dollar has been a dominant currency in the global trade and finance for decades. Many international transactions, sometimes even those that don't involve the United States, are priced in dollars. This gives the US considerable advantage. It can impose financial sanctions on countries it disagrees with, and because so many economies rely on the dollar, those sanctions can have a broad impact. BRICS Pay could shift that balance of power by offering an alternative to these five nations, which hold significant economic influence and reduce their reliance on the dollar. Other countries be inspired to do the same. This process, often called de-dollarization, can weaken the United States' ability to use its currency as a political tool. It could also use currency used for global markets, boosting financial independence for countries that join or follow the BRICS model. Moreover, BRICS Pay symbolizes a level of cooperation amongst nations that are sometimes seen as competitors on the world stage. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa each have different political systems, economic strategies, and diplomatic interests, yet they are united around this project because they see a common advantage: breaking free from the old financial networks that often favor wealthy Western countries. If BRICS Pay takes off, it might serve as a blueprint for other regional groups who want to set up their own payment system to reflect their shared goals and interests. That said, such a move is likely to provoke responsible from countries that benefit from the currency system. Some nations might view BRICS Pay as a threat to the existing balance of power and try to block or undermine its development. International finances is closely tied to politics. To secure BRICS Pay depends on how well the BRICS nations can navigate global diplomatic pressures. Challenges and considerations. No major financial project can move forward without hurdles. One big challenge is regulatory harmony. Each of BRICS nations has to own their rules, banking, currency exchange, and digital finance. Merging these into a single framework and allow smooth, secure transactions will require time, legal challenges, and careful negotiations. For instance, India might have strict rules about digital wallets, while China might have different requirements for protecting consumers against fraud. These issues must be sorted out to ensure that BRICS Pay doesn't break any laws. Another important factor is technical infrastructure. While blockchain can be powerful, It requires reliable internet access, secure servers, and systems that can handle high volumes of transactions without crashing. Internet connections can still be weak or expensive in many parts of BRICS countries, especially in remote rural areas. This limits how many people can actually use digital finance tools for BRICS Pay to fulfill its promise for greater financial inclusion. Each country must invest in better internet coverage and digital education, ensuring that people not only have access but understand how it's used. Then there's the question of political will. Governments change the political shift if the new leader in one of the BRICS nations decides that de-dollarization or shared payment system is no longer a priority. BRICS Pay could lose momentum. To prevent that, the project needs stronger, long-term commitments from all parties. It also needs pervasive outreach to local businesses, citizens showing them the benefits of the system that might be unfamiliar at first. The market adoption is yet another concern. Even if the system is perfectly built, people may be slow to change their habit, especially if they are used to conventional banks and well-established services like PayPal and or Western Union. To overcome the inertia, incentives such as lower fees or special deals could be required to attract new users. Education campaigns in each country might also be necessary to explain how BRICS Pay works and why it's trustworthy. BRICS Pay is more than just an incredible financial tool. It's a glimpse of a possible future where emerging economies cooperate to shape their own financial destiny. It aims to cut costs, boost speed, and bring economic opportunities to those excluded by leveraging blockchain technology, expanding service hours, and reducing reliance on the US dollar. They could probably also look at going to XRP, and XRP can help them set this all up. BRICS Pay could create a ripple effect that changes the dynamics of international finance. Still, it's important to remain realistic. Building a cross-border payment system that works for millions of people across 5 different countries is a huge task. But XRP could probably do that because they've got most of the technology already down. Regulatory rules must align, technology infrastructure must be modernized, and political support remain strong. None of these processes are quick or easy, yet the potential rewards for lifting more people into formal economy to the challenging old power structure are significant enough to warrant the effort. For students, businesses, and everyday people watching from the sideline, BRICS Pay offers an opportunity to think critically about who benefits from the current financial system and how we can make it more equitable. If BRICS Pay succeeds, it could pave the way for even more innovations and digital finance. If it struggles, it might still inspire regions to learn from its successes and failures. Either way, the world of global payments will likely keep evolving, and we should pay close attention. You should also look at XRP to help them because they've got the knowledge and they've got everything that the BRICS needs. Ultimately, whether BRICS Pay becomes a dominant force or remains just one option among many, it's a bold experiment in changing from nations trade, how people access money, and how financial powers is distributed worldwide. Are we ready to embrace a new era in global finance? Leave a comment so we can keep the conversation going. And what's your thoughts on XRP helping